What is going on, everyone? In today's video, we're going to look at one of the oldest questions in the fitness book, which is, does fat make you fat? Right off the bat, let's put the myth to bed. Fat doesn't make you fat, okay? Excess calories make you fat. Now, there are 3 different points I want to make in this video. Number 1 is that fat has 9 calories, okay? Protein has 4 calories, carbs have 4 calories, and fat has 9 calories per gram, okay? Because of that, fat is easily going to put you in a caloric surplus, okay? It's going to put you in a position where you are eating more, you are consuming more calories than you are burning. Now, because of this, you could end up putting on weight and obviously putting on fat. Now, the thing to remember here though is that just because fat has more calories, it's not the fat that is actually making you fat, it's the fact that you are not being smart about your fat intake. If you don't watch it at all, if you don't think about how much fat you're having, then it's easy to go overboard and go over your calorie maintenance level and therefore into that surplus. So it's not that fat is making you fat, it's the fact that you are still just eating too many calories in general, not fat itself. Point number 2 that I want to make is that there are numerous types of fat, okay? The most common ones we look at are monounsaturated fat, saturated fat, and trans fats. Now, monounsaturated are pretty much good fats, and then your saturated and trans fats are more labelled as your bad fats. First of all, it's important to remember that this isn't necessarily true. Saturated fat in particular actually isn't that bad, and I will link an article in the description box down below about coconut oil, which is full of saturated fat, which you guys should go and have a look at just because it explains a bit about why saturated fat in some forms isn't so bad. Now, saturated fat in the form of fatty food, fried foods rather, you know, things like your takeaways, your McDonald's, KFC, all of that fried kind of stuff, that saturated fat isn't that great. Trans fats are the fats you really should be looking out for. If most of your dietary fats are coming from trans fats and saturated fats in that kind of fried food area, then obviously it's going to potentially lead to some fat gain, because those kind of fats are the kind of bad fats that are going to stick around as fat cells, and also they can lead to other health risks such as heart attacks from high cholesterol levels. Now, the third and final point I want to make about this myth is that we are still in an obesity epidemic right now, yet look at how many low-fat or fat-free foods there are that are available to us, okay? This shows us that fat isn't necessarily the enemy, because we all consume all of these fat-free or low-fat foods, and yet we still have so many people that are overweight or obese, and we're in this like crisis mode. The thing with all of these low-fat and fat-free products is that they just take out the fat and they pack it with sugar, and mostly it's refined sugar. Now, another thing to remember here is that sugar isn't necessarily the enemy either. Refined sugar is obviously something you want to not have too much of, but sugars from your natural sugars from fruit and vegetables, sweet potato, you know, things like that, bananas, apples, all of that good stuff, all of that natural sugar, nothing wrong with that. Obviously we don't want to have much refined sugar either. However, remember that old saying, everything in moderation. A little bit of sugar is okay. You just need to be careful about how much sugar you're having. At the end of the day, it's not going to be the sugar, it's not going to be the fat that is making you fat, it's going to be the excess calories. So guys, those are the 3 points I wanted to make. At the end of the day, none of them matter as much as the fact that people overeat. People eat too many calories compared to what they expend, and therefore that is what makes people overweight, and that is primarily what makes people fat. Now, remember, I'm not saying that it's the only thing, but I'm saying it's the primary thing. So get your diet in check, get your macros in check, get your overall calories in check, make sure you're doing some form of exercise on a regular basis, and if you do all that, you won't have too much of an issue getting rid of that unwanted fat. I hope this video topic was helpful for everyone. Make sure you give it a like down below. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next video.